You're running down a dark hallway in slow motion. Your legs feel like wet cement, and you keep looking back over your shoulder. Then you wake up. You check your phone, parse 3 emails about your professional reputation, worry about the tone of a text message, and navigate the abstract digital alienation of modern life. The contrast is jarring. You have a brain capable of managing thousands of overlapping societal pressures and complex human relationships. Yet every single night, that same brain forces you to live through illogical, primitive movies. The version of you managing the inbox and the version of you running from the monster are 2 complementary operational states of the same neural network, the waking eye and the dreaming eye. This nightly transition into hallucination allows the brain to operate under a different set of rules, creating the necessary conditions to handle the high cognitive load we carry throughout the day. To navigate waking reality, your brain takes basic biological emotions and builds emotional compounds. A single modern event, like worrying about an upcoming job performance review, takes the primal fear of losing territory, combines it with social shame, and mixes in future uncertainty. The brain fuses these together into a dense, high-strain mental structure. Your waking eye uses intense executive integration to hold these contradictory feelings together so you can function. As the day progresses, these compounds generate mounting structural stress within your cognitive network. There is a biological limit to this process. If the brain maintains these massive, high-tension emotional structures indefinitely without relief, the identity risks psychological exhaustion. The waking eye relies on an automatic nightly process to dismantle these The Brain Kinematics Model defines dreaming as a mechanical decompression system. When you fall asleep, the dreaming eye shatters the ties holding complex emotional compounds together, decoupling them into simpler components. Professional insecurity translates into the primal scenario of failing a test. Multi-layered social humiliation is reduced to the visceral sensation of public nakedness. Dreams look bizarre because the brain translates complex modern equations back into older, simpler emotional geometries it can safely process. This timeline illustrates a growing gap. While cultural complexity has spiked over the last few centuries, our biological emotion systems remain a stable line. During sleep, the dreaming eye strips away modern cultural layers to expose the ancient survival architecture underneath. The deepest parts of the brain don't understand spreadsheets or algorithm changes. To process stress, the brain must convert abstract tension into physical survival scenarios, like being chased or hiding in a storm. Because those are the concepts the oldest parts of our biology can resolve. That is why you still dream of predators and labyrinths, despite living in a safe, temperature-controlled apartment. Civilization modifies the surface of our minds, but beneath our modern identities, ancient geometries work every night to maintain our internal balance. This creates the waking-dreaming loop. The waking mind builds complex structures, the dreaming mind dismantles them, and the waking mind rebuilds anew. Remembering your dreams is unnecessary for this process to occur. The brain performs this mechanical decomposition in the background, processing your emotional load regardless of your conscious recall. When you wake up, the waking eye returns with a simplified emotional geometry. The high-tension compounds of the previous day have been vented, leaving the network ready to handle a new set of strains. This reveals a strange psychological truth. The highly rational, civilized waking mind only survives because it is anchored to the chaotic, primitive dreaming mind. The next time you wake up from an absurd, terrifying dream, recognize it as your ancient brain successfully digesting the overwhelming